Hey, what's going on guys? Tomo here, and welcome to Minecraft News, the most news for your views, and this week in Minecraft. Starting off with a new Bedrock Beta / preview release 1.21.40.20. There is a known issue in this beta and preview that you might spot some graphical rendering issues. Mojang's team is on it, and they aim to have this sorted out soon. Thanks for your patience. Starting off with some experimental features, there is a bundle change. The Use button hint is now shown when a bundle is selected in the hotbar and using a game controller input. Using this button throws items out of the bundle. The bundles now display the bar showing their fullness level when placed in the hotbar. When a bundle is used in the hotbar, one group of items is emptied at a time rather than everything being emptied at once. Now this is to match a change that was made in Java Edition this week too, which we will talk about later. The clear hotbar button hint is now shown when hovering the cursor over a bundle, with the clear hotbar toggle enabled and using a game controller. The swap button hint is now shown when hovering an item over another item with a game controller. The place button hint is now shown on all screens when holding an item on the cursor with a game controller. Next off, we have some changes and fixes made in this preview. Made a change on the Nintendo Switch Edition, which may help neighboring chunks to load quicker when player has maximum frame rate set. So this means that chunk loading is going to be loading quicker when you have your frame rate turned up. Vines placed with commands are now visible, a known issue. The game rule show recipe messages is no longer considered a cheat for those who prefer to have that either showing or not showing in their survival world. It will no longer disable your achievements and be considered a cheat. Interacting with a bed now sets it as the respawn point regardless of nearby enemies. This is a big change being made because resetting your spawn point should not matter whether you can sleep or not, and that was an issue with hostile mobs being in the area, but now they've fixed that. Addressed an issue where the game would show pink on iOS when using large zooms. As we know, Bedrock Edition has had a history and a lot of problems with the screen turning pink. It looks like Mojang has went out of their way to fix one of them. Wolves, cats, and parrots trying to catch up to their owner now seamlessly resume navigation after teleporting to them, which means our pets are less likely to be lost or left behind. Fixed a bug that would prevent activation of add-on for a realm via the marketplace. A big thing if you are a realm owner and if you have purchased marketplace content. Potions with percentage-based effects now show the percentage sign correctly on their tooltips on mobile devices. So this seems to have been a bug that was affecting iOS and Android mobile devices, where potions with percentage-based effects would not show their percentage sign correctly. It seems Mojang has fixed that. Armor HUD heads-up display now updates properly when the player equips armor breaks. So if your armor breaks, now it will show correctly how many armor bars you have in your above your hotbar now, which is a good fix. Close and help button visuals for smithing table and loom changed to match visuals for cartography table. So this is a parity thing between the buttons so that the UI is more consistent. Now we have some parity changes for this beta and preview. The first one is that creepers now drop a music disc upon being killed by a bogged, which makes complete sense because all skeleton variants should have a creeper drop a music disc when they are killed by a skeleton. It's been a thing in the game for a long time. Great to see that they've brought that to parity on Bedrock Edition. Mushroom stems used on the composter have had their fill chance adjusted from 85% to 65%. Now what this means is this is a nerf to match Java Edition. What this means is that you will have to use more mushroom stems in the composter before you get it all the way full and get your bone meal. I personally do not agree with this change. I believe when it comes to parity changes that between Java and Bedrock, they should always take the more good route, I should say. So I don't really like the change. It's not going to be too much of a change, but still it's a little annoying that you have to be harvesting more mushroom stems to get bone meal. Another change that was made was a certain mushroom block. I believe it was called the mushroom stem sides or whatever, was removed from the creative inventory. This is another change I don't agree with, because what's the point of removing blocks from the creative inventory? Like, all the blocks should be in the creative inventory, so that was a change I don't agree with. Also, another big nerf to Bedrock. Enchanted golden apples now give regeneration 2 instead of regeneration 5 in matching Java Edition, and I'm also going to go into reasons why this is not a good change. Bedrock Edition and Java Edition currently have two completely hunger, saturation, and health regeneration systems, where Java Edition, when you eat food, you get saturation points, which then heal your health really, really quickly. On Bedrock Edition, health healing is not nearly as fast, so enchanted golden apples were a good way to quickly regenerate your health, but now that has been nerfed. In my opinion, they should keep that regen 5 and actually add that to Java Edition, but a lot of people have been arguing that enchanted golden apples are now a lot more common than they were back a few years ago when they were only in certain structures with a very low % chance. I don't agree with that, because also back in the day, golden apples were really good and they could be crafted. I believe that golden apples should have regen 5 and should be like really overpowered, because totems of undying are about at the same level, if not a little more powerful than enchanted golden apples, and those are much more common than enchanted golden apples. Anyway, enough of that, we're going to move on to bug fixes. Piglins will no longer pick up and admire powered rail items. Fixed a bug where extremely fast-moving entities would cause the game to crash. Entities can no longer move more than 16 blocks in a single tick. The game will no longer crash when loading a world near an end city. And removed the dark aura around the moon in the deferred technical preview. So some pretty good bug fixes. Next up, we're going to move on to Java Edition Snapshot 24W36A. There are two known issues in this snapshot. The first one is that Ender Pearls will not teleport you to the right location, and the second one, which is not listed, but I've known it's a bug from other YouTubers covering the snapshot, is that armor does not display the right texture. For example, if you wear Neverite armor, it will display that you're wearing diamond armor. So I'm sure this is a bug that'll get fixed pretty quickly. First, we have a change with the experimental features data pack for the bundle. When a bundle is used in the hotbar, one group of items is emptied at a time instead of everything being emptied at once. This is a change that also, if you remember, happened on Bedrock earlier in the video. Now, I've seen a lot of feedback about this on Twitter, people saying they don't like this change because with how many items you can fit in the bundle, if you don't know, bundles can hold 64 of any item. People are not liking that you have to click 64 times to get the bottom item of the bundle if you have 64 unique items in there. A potential fix that I could see would be to add a button combination, for example, shift click to empty everything out. That way we can have both systems where you can take things out one at a time, or you can empty the entire thing. Some new changes to the squids. Squid spawn eggs now only spawn adult squids, and to get the baby squid, they can naturally spawn in the world in a group of squids with a 5% chance of spawning in a squid group. Pretty important change. When a mob converts from one type to another, for example a piglin to a zombified piglin, the health of the converted mob is set to the same percentage of max health as the original mob had before conversion. This is a good change because previously when mobs would convert, for example the piglin to zombified piglin, the game would not remember how much health the original piglin had, and it would reset its health to full health. Another change, the data pack version is now 52. Added Minecraft item model item component that controls item model. Added Minecraft glider item component that will allow players to glide as with an elytra when equipped. This is a new component that can be added to any item, including custom items, to use them to act as the elytra, which is pretty cool. Added tooltip style item component for custom tooltip background and frame. The resource pack version is now 37. All item models can now use the broken properly in model overrides that were previously limited to just the elytra. What this means is you can make it so that items have a broken stage like the elytra. As you know, when you use all of an elytra's durability, it turns into a broken elytra. So now you can do that for any item, including a custom item. The appearance of equipment when equipped by a player or certain mobs can now be customized by defining equipment models in the resource pack. This is probably what introduced that bug where the diamond armor, the netherite armor, looks like diamond armor. We have a couple bugs fixed in this update. Snapshot. The horse armor model does not show the enchant glint effect. It will now show it. Collisionless blocks ignore entities with high velocity. They will now. Blocks with special collision behavior have a larger detection range than previously. When projectiles such as arrows and tridents move too fast, they can't be teleported by portals and end gateways. Crafting with control plus drop key crafts the incorrect amount of items. So for people who are using fast crafting. Minecarts with TNT are now more volatile than in previous releases, so bigger explosion size. Soul Sand and Magma Block bubble columns don't move the player vertically in creative mode when not flying. Now they will. Also, I want to give some updates to other Minecraft media. Minecraft Live reveal will be coming within, hopefully, the next week or two. I know y'all are really excited for Minecraft Live and you want the announcement. If we compare to previous Minecraft Lives, we should be getting it any day or any week now, because usually it is announced within the first couple weeks of September, and it will, for the show to be broadcast sometime in October, usually early or mid-October. So usually Minecraft Live is announced, then we have a little bit of a waiting period, then we get the mob vote announcement or the biome vote announcement, and then we get the show. So shortly here we're going to be getting the Minecraft Live announcement, and when it does, there will be a Minecraft news video. Also, today, if you did not know and you're living under a rock, the Minecraft movie teaser trailer released with the release date of April 4th, 2025 for the Minecraft movie. Pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, that does it all for Minecraft news of this week. If you have some questions or a comment, please leave it below, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.